Welcome to Pouches and More, and today we'll be preparing this standing pencil pouch. So this is how it looks from inside. We have kept a lot of pencils inside. There is also two small compartments, so we can keep other accessories. So this is how it looks. Let's check out the materials required to make this pouch. So we require one piece of main fabric and one piece of lining. Both are fused with interfacing, and they measure 9.5 by 10 inches. We require two pieces of fabric for the base, and one has been fused with interfacing and one is plain, and they measure 8.5 by 4.25 inches. Next, for the pocket, we require one piece of main fabric and one piece of lining. They both have not been fused with interfacing, and they measure 4.5 by 9.5 inches. This is for the zip tab, and it measures 3/4 inches by 2 inches. This is the bias binding, and it measures 11 3/4 inches by 2 inches. We require a 16-inch long zip. So these are all the materials required to make this. So this is our main fabric. We're just going to fold it in half. We need to make we need to curve the top part. So for that, we've just folded it in half, and on the top part we're going to make a marking of 2.5 inches. So here we're going to mark 2.5, and on the next side also we're going to mark 2.5 inches. We need to curve this part, so we're going to join these 2 points with the curve, and we need to cut it also. So this is the curve, and we need to cut it also. So this is, we finished cutting it, and this is how it will be looking. Now this is our lining fabric. We'll have to make the same pattern on the lining fabric as well, so we're just going to cut the lining fabric also. Now this is our base fabric. So one is lined. The lined piece we are going to fold it, and as we did for the main fabric, we are going to make two markings. Here we are going to make a marking of 1.5 inch on both the sides. We'll have to curve this also. So these two are 1.5 inch markings. We are going to join them with the curve. We are going to cut this. Now the same pattern we'll have to do it on the other side also. Now this is our pocket fabric. The right side we are going to place it down, so the right sides will be together. We are just going to make a straight stitch over here. Once the stitch is done, we are going to open it and press it. We need to make a top stitch. So we are just going to neatly hand press the whole thing, and we are going to make a top stitch on the top part. This is the lining fabric. On the base, we are going to place the pocket that we just prepared. The part that we put on top stitch, that is on top, and now we are going to make a center marking, and all three sides also. Center marking and three sides we are going to stitch. So our pockets are ready. Now this is the base fabric. Now we are going to put them right sides together and stitch the straight part. So this is the right sides are together, and this is the bottom. We are going to stitch it straight. We are going to open this thing, hand press the whole thing, and we are going to make a stitch now all around over here. So our base is prepared, our lining fabric is prepared. Now we need to make a marking. So for that, we will be making a marking of 4.5 inches on the base fabric, and on the straight side we are going to make a marking of 4.5 inches. from the straight side. On our lining fabric, we are going to make a marking of 4 inches. So on our lining fabric, we are going to make a marking of 4 inches on either side. So this is the 4-inch marking on either side of the lining fabric that we will be doing. This is where we will be placing the base on both the sides. So now we will take the base fabric and we will align it with the 4-inch mark. So the base will be aligned with the 4-inch mark and we will have to make straight stitch over here. We have to stitch only till this mark, so around ½ inch we will be leaving. So finish stitching, and this is the ½ inch mark which we have left. Now this is our main fabric, lining fabric and zip. We will be making a marking on the main fabric and the zip. So it is ½ inch first, above that 2.5 inch, and above that 3 inch. We will be doing this on both the sides. So it is ½ inch, 2.5 inch and 3 inch on either side. ½ inch, 2.5 inch and 3 inch. We will be doing the same markings on the zip also. From the slider side we are going to do the same marking. So our slider side is down. From here we are going to do the same marking. To open the slider, this is right side is facing up, the zipper slider side will be facing down. We'll align the marks that we just did, that is ½ inch, 2.5 inch and 3 inch, and we're going to fix the zip. So this is ½ inch, now it will be 2.5 inch both on the zip and the main fabric, and we're going to clip them, and about 3 inch. So we are going to do this on the other side also, that is the other side of the zip. Now we finished doing that. We need a center marking on the main fabric. So for that we are just going to fold the main fabric like this, and on the top part we are just going to make a center marking. This is our center. So this is our center marking on top. Now we are just going to continue the clipping. Sorry. Once we reach the center, we leave around ¼ inch and we are going to clip it. We are going to turn the zip slightly down. So ¼ inch we are going to stitch straight, then we are going to turn the zip slightly down. We'll do that for the other side also. So here we are just going to get it slightly down, both the sides we are going to get it down and we are going to make a stitch. So here it will be like this in the center. Now we need to make a stitch all around. The bottom, before stitching we are just going to fold the zipper bottom like this, so it will become easy later on. Both the sides, either sides of the zip, we are just going to fold it like this. And now we need to make a stitch all around over here. So we are going to stitch on this also. I have made a hand stitch all around. It is not necessary, this is only for my comfort I have done. Because of this part I made a hand stitch. So now I will be stitching in machine. So our zip is done on the main fabric. Now the lining fabric, right side will be facing down, the main fabric right side is facing up. So the right sides are together. Now we want to align it from the side and clip all around. have to make a stitch all around till here. This part we are going to leave. Here ½ inch we are going to leave, which we did not stitch. From there we are going to stitch only till here. So both these parts we have to leave. I have finished doing that. This is the open part. Now on this part we have initially made a mark of 4 inches and we attach the lining fabric to the base. So now I want to get the base fabric, and this is our lining fabric where the 4-inch mark is. So as we did on the other side, we are just going to align the 4-inch mark to the base fabric. Align the marks and we are just going to clip it. So this is the 4-inch mark that we had done, and we are going to align the base over here. Now we are just going to align the down also, and we need to make a straight stitch over here. It's a simple straight stitch. So we have finished doing the stitch. Now we need to continue joining our main fabric. So this stitch is done. Now we need to continue joining our main fabric and the lining fabric. So we're just going to align everything again, clip it, and we will be making a stitch. Now we are going to complete this stitching, but we are going to leave the ½ inch over here down. So that is done. Now we need to turn the whole thing, and this is how it looks. Before turning, we are just going to make small cuts on this curved part. So now we are just going to turn it from the main fabric side. We are going to turn the whole pouch. So this is how it looks. We have ironed the whole thing just to make it flat. Now this part where we left ½ inch, exactly on that part, on the base fabric where we left ½ inch, exactly on that part we are going to make a small cut. So this is the place where we stopped stitching. On the base fabric only we are going to make a small cut. So this is our cut, and we are going to do it on the other side also. Now how are we going to join it is, this is our base fabric. We're just going to flatten the front part first. Next, the lining and the main fabric. This is the base fabric. The lining and the main fabric is together, and we're going to join the base like this. So here is the lining and main fabric, and this is the base fabric. So the lining and main fabric will be together, and the base fabric will be on the outer side. We complete the entire thing, and we need to make a stitch all around over here. So this is how it will be looking. Now we need to make a stitch all around over here. So we have finished stitching. Now to cover the raw edge, we will be using the binding. For that, we'll start binding like this. We'll be leaving a little binding fabric outside, and we'll clip the entire thing. Since it's extra, we'll cut a small piece over here. We'll cut the extra. I will make a stitch all around over here. So that is done. Now to complete the binding, first we'll get the whole thing out like this. Next we'll make a make one fold on the binding strip, and the side extra fabric we are going to fold it inside to cover the side raw edge. So we are going to get it inside and then make the second fold on the strip. So we are going to do this for the entire thing, and we are going to clip it. Clip the entire thing. Now you can machine stitch it. I'll be hand stitching it. So this is done. Next we need to cover the raw edge. For that, this pull tab strip we have taken, right sides we have folded it together. Now on the upper part we are going to again fold it outwards like this, that is towards the wrong side. We are going to again fold it, and we need to make a stitch on both the sides depending on the length of the breadth of the zip. So just going to measure the breadth of the zip, and we are going to make a mark over here. So here we'll have to make a stitch. That is done. We'll just cut the extra side fabric and we'll turn the whole thing to the right side. So we'll just turn the whole pull tab zip tab to the right side. Now we have to insert the zip, and we'll have to make a stitch on this. So first we'll insert the zip inside the tab. Once that is done, we'll make a stitch on this. So our pouch is entirely done. This is the zip tab, and this is how it will be looking from inside. We have got two pockets. We have completely binded it, so there are no raw edges anywhere. So it's simple to make. Please do try this. Thanks for watching. Bye.